Hey guys, Ben here from Corner Flag Games, and welcome to episode 5 of the 50 subscribers special Kickoff Challenge. Okay, so another game in today's episode, and this one is requested by one of my friends from the Tomahawk79 Discord channel. He's also a subscriber of mine, and that is ZachBB04, and he wants to see Red Bull Leipzig face off against AS Monaco. Both teams with very young squads and very young, good, decent and talented upcoming players. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Alrighty guys, so moving into today's game, it is Red Bull Leipzig facing off against AS Monaco at Sanderson Park. Okay, so here is the Leipzig lineup. It's Galaxy in goal, a back four of Klosterman, Orban, Upamecano and Holstenberg. Two defensive midfielders in Naby Keita and Dem. Two attacking midfielders in Sabitzer and Emil Forsberg. And two strikers in Yannick Poulsen and Timo Werner. And here is the AS Monaco lineup. It's Subasic in goal, a back four of Sidibe, Glick, Jemison and Jorge. Two in the CDMs in Jalmatinho and Fabinho. Lopez at right mid, Lamar at left mid. Keita Balde Diao at one striker, and Radamel Falcao as the other striker. And AS Monaco are going to get us started, keeping our same tactics that I tend to always use. I do have a list of questions. Unfortunately, again, I've left it at the last minute. I'm actually recording this game. I wasn't intending to record it today, but I digress. I felt up to it and was in a bit of a mood, and I'm actually really enjoying recording these episodes for you guys. I think it's more of the laid-back style that I like. Oh, Poulsen, go. Why did you take your first touch there? Come on, hit it! Again, Werner. Sabitzer. Oh, it's a scrap in the defense. Yeah, I feel like these more, personal episodes of me not having to worry about who's kicking the ball where and doing this and doing that, saying this and saying that, making sure that I'm constantly talking like I have to in the Crawley Town series. I'm actually really enjoying recording these episodes now. Oh no. Oh, good stop, Upamecano. I'm actually really enjoying these. So I figured, you know what? Screw it. I'll do another one. I'm feeling up to it. I'm still going to record Crawley later anyway. And get that all done. But yeah, the more the merrier for you guys. Falcao takes a strike. Over the bar. But yeah, I'm still going to do the Crawley Town stuff as well. So I'll be recording 3 episodes of the Kickoff Challenge tonight, plus Crawley. And hopefully edit all these and get them all out. Load it into my YouTube to be scheduled for release at a later date. No, that's not where I wanted that to go. Pulse him on the header though. Oh, and he's through. He's through. Can he do it? Oh, yes. Slices that one past Subasic. Subasic going off his nut. 14 minutes in. And it is Red Bull Leipzig 1-0 up through Poulsen. So while that's going, I haven't answered any questions yet because it's taken me long enough to do it. We'll start with the first list of questions that I've got here. Unfortunately, again, like I was trying to say before, I have got my own list of questions for this episode because it was more spur of the moment. I wanted to keep going and make another episode about it, so I didn't really get time to get some questions from Zach. But all the questions that he submits for me, I will throw into another episode later on down the track. And the first question that I've got, these are all short questions that I've picked up from, a what to ask YouTubers forum post sort of thing. And the first question is, are you lazy? And before I answer that, I do have a fair list of questions. I've got 8 of them sitting here because they're all fairly... I started writing them out on a piece of paper and putting them up next to my TV screen. And as I was doing it, I'm like, I have very short answers to a lot of these questions. So I figured I'd put a bit more bulk in there. Oh no, they've gotten him behind. Keita Balde. Oh, he puts it over the bar. The first one is, are you lazy? In the short answer, I would say, no, I'm not. Working 2 jobs and having a family and whatever, and things like that. If you ask my girlfriend, on the other hand, whether I'm lazy, she would say, hell yes, I am. But yeah, I don't think I'm lazy, but she sort of thinks I am. But yeah, that one's open to interpretation, I must say. The second one is fairly simple to answer. Again, another simple question, you'll get your simple answer. And that is, well, you should know by now anyway, because I've given away that many hints about it, is, am I married? The answer to that is no. I'm not married. Oh, that could have been dangerous for us. What are you doing, Galaxy? Oh, that was well worked. Timo Werner. Is he going to do it himself? Oh, he tries to go dance around the other side of that defender. Unluckily, though. Am I married? Again, you ask a short question, you'll get a short answer. No, I'm not. Oh, that was a good run by Halstenberg. And he's put it in the back of the net, too. What a fantastic goal. I just saw this blinding flash of red and white flying from the left-hand corner of the screen, and I'm like, what's he doing? Nobody's marking him. So, no, I'm not married. I hope to be one day to my beautiful partner, Sarah. We put it this way, if we were to have a wedding and had the money to do our wedding, it wouldn't take us very long to organise things, because me and Sarah have actually discussed things to do with our wedding, and it's basically planned. All we have to do is actually make the phone calls and get the money to be able to do it. Yeah, so it's just a money thing now for us. The rest of the stuff is planned. Everything, like down to the songs, down to the dresses, what colour we want, that sort of thing. We've got that all nailed down already. Flower boys and page girls. I can hear my cat running up and down the hallway, making a lot of noise on the wooden floorboard. Ruby. So yeah, it's all. It's just a case of getting it done, basically. For us, everything else is sort of planned. So, oh, that's a good ball. Cut inside. No, I'm gonna have to go back. Damn it! Go on, Klosterman. I think I've used Klosterman in a FIFA 15 video or something. Oh, Werner! Oh, the header was on target. Okay, so moving into the third question now, because I'll try and get through all 8 in this episode of the game. And the third question is, how old am I? Well, this may strike as quite a weird question, but also not a very weird question at the same point as well. I'm probably not as young as some of the other YouTubers that are out there in YouTube land. Kater, smack it! Damn it. I'm currently 28 years of age. And my birthday is... I'll even elaborate on my birthday. Here's a bit of insider information. My date of birth is the 27th of April, 1989. So I just made it into the 80s. People are just like, oh, are you an 80s or 90s baby? And I'm like, no, I'm an 80s baby. And they're like, oh, well, what year were you born? I'm like, 89. And they're like, that's barely 80s. You're in the last year of the 80s and you weren't even basically there comprehensible for any of it. I'm like, doesn't matter, I was still born in the 80s. Oh, Sabitzer turns. Weak shot. So yeah, 27th of 4th, 1989. It's my date of birth, and I'm currently 28 and will be 29 in the upcoming April. So we'll get into the last question before the half finishes. Oh, they've smacked us right open now. Oh, that's a good tackle. And that is, question 4 is, do you have kids or children? And I am happy to turn around and say, Yes, I do have 2 kids. I have 2 kids. The older one is my stepson, and he is 9.5. And the other one is my daughter that I actually have with my girlfriend, my current girlfriend, Sarah. And my daughter is Isabel, and she is currently 3.5 years old. Going on, with the attitude, going on 21. As I'm recording this, she's currently asleep on the couch in my lounge room behind me. And funnily enough, she's just woken up. So I apologise if you hear noises in the background of my little daughter. But yeah, I wouldn't never trade it for the world. Having kids is such an amazing thing. As much as they are a pain, and it reduces me to recording at all sorts of times of the night, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Okay, so here are the match facts, guys, at the end of the first half. So far we're running at 2-0 at the end of the first 45 minutes. There are the match facts for you. Pause if you need more time, and we'll get into the second half, because this is taking a bit longer this episode. I'm going to try and keep all these under 20 minutes. Okay, so moving into the next question, which is, what is the first thing about people that you notice? For me, it would be male or female, and I may this may sound a bit weird, but I tend to notice people's eyes first. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a really bad thing. Sometimes people think I'm sort of staring at them in some sort of weird nonsense way. But yeah, it's people's eyes that I'm very much drawn to first and foremost. Oh, Forsberg, come on. Hold up. Halstenberg, cross it. That's a deep cross. Not exactly what I wanted, but... Go, Paulson. Oh, there's a goal. Forsberg. Oh, well played by Paulson to get it into Forsberg. That's well done. I've actually got Forsberg in one of my squads for one of my Ultimate Team accounts. And he's an absolute menace playing in that midfield. Oh, am I suggesting substitutions? No way, not yet. Not happening. So, yeah. It's their eyes, in the short answer, basically. Okay, so I'll move into the next question, which can go fairly long-winded. And that is, do I have any siblings? And that, again, the short answer to that question is yes. Yes, I do have siblings. So I've got an older stepsister, an older half-sister, who I don't talk to anymore. Haven't for a very, very long time. My half-sister and my half-brother haven't really been in my life an awful lot. Purely because my half-sister has lived in Queensland for a very long time. And we never really got the chance to see her all that often. And my half-brother actually died at a very young age. Oh, while I was very young. At a very young age. I think I was only 5 or 6 when he died. So yeah, but they're still my half-brother and my half-sister. But... dip. So yeah, I've got a half-brother and a half-sister. But if we're talking about close, like during my years and around my age growing up, I have an older brother who is 2 years older than me that lives in Sydney. Fun fact as well, my older brother is also adopted. But yeah, he was a much better footballer than what I was. put it that way. But yeah, he was in the army for years, and now he's got a family of his own, and he's married now, and he lives in Sydney. And I have a younger sister as well, who's April, May, June, July. She's 15 months younger than me. So she's currently 27. And she's not married, and she's got a partner, but she's not married, doesn't have kids, sort of thing. And she still lives at home with my mum. But yeah, there's a whole host of things about her, but I'm not going to go too much into depth about that because it's not something that I'd like to discuss on YouTube. And it's, more her business to discuss, not mine. It's not my place to. So yeah, I've basically, the long and the short is I've got an older brother who's adopted and a younger sister. So yes, I have middle child syndrome, so not that I was ever the forgotten child either. I just had a little bit more freedom sometimes than what my brother and sister had. Galaxy, wow. Tell you what, Monaco is starting to pepper us a bit more. Okay, so we'll move into the next question, because we're starting to push through this game and it's taking me too long to answer all the short answer questions. And that is, what celebrity would I marry if I had a choice? Okay, so this one may be controversial to some people. It would be, for me, it would be Gal Gadot, who recently has played Wonder Woman in the DC Comics franchise. I think she's playing it in Justice League as well, but she was playing Wonder Woman in the Wonder Woman movies. But I would have answered that question with the same answer before knowing that she was doing Wonder Woman, and purely based on her performance in the Fast and the Furious franchise. She was one of my favourites from the Fast and Furious franchise. And there goes my notepad with all my questions. Galaxy, what a good save. It's fallen over, so now I can't read it. Okay, so yeah, Gal Gadot. She's hot. That's basically the be-all and the end-all of it. She's hot. And that would be the reason why. Oh, Jovetic. I'm not going to make any substitutions in this game, I don't think. And when we get a little bit more in and we get started again, I'll move on to the final question. I'm going to get another goal, maybe. Oh, that's a beautiful ball down to Werner. Has Werner scored? He has. Let's take it on an angle. No, that wasn't going anyway. So, to the last question, and that is, do I have any bad habits? Well, I've got a few bad habits. Some people might not call them bad habits, others may call them bad habits. It just depends. First and foremost, the one that I would say is a bad habit is that I'm a smoker. So yeah, I'm naughty me. I'm a, smoke a packet of cigarettes once every 2 days or so. So I'm not a heavy smoker, but I am a smoker. Both my parents were smokers as well. One of them doesn't smoke anymore, but yeah, Mum doesn't smoke anymore, but my dad still does. My younger sister smokes as well. My older brother doesn't. But yeah, it runs in our. You could basically say that it runs in our family. But yeah, I'm a smoker, which sometimes is a good thing, and sometimes it can be a bad thing. A lot of people can turn around and say, "Oh no, it's never a good thing." Well, yeah, that's because you're not a smoker. And I like these people that just turn around and go, "Oh, just quit." Yeah, that's easier said than done, mate. Easier said than done. My other bad habit is that I have a really, really bad habit of biting my fingernails. And I've had it I've had that habit since I was a baby. Like I've always been a nail biter. Oh, time, take the shot, Dem. Why not? Oh. We're gonna get the corner, and with 90 minutes, I think we might bring Galaxy up to take this corner. So yeah, I bite my fingernails. It is a terrible habit. At least I'm not one of those people that chews them and swallows them. No. I'll chew them and then I just keep them in my mouth, and then when I walk past the bin, I generally just spit them in the bin. I know it's a bit disgusting, but you know what? The whole point is for you guys to know me on a more personal level, and guess what? That's exactly what you're starting to do. Oh, I was hoping that ball didn't go that far over. So, ladies and gents, that brings us to a close in today's game. So, we run out victors in this game today. Red Bull Leipzig 3, AS Monaco 0. So, I'd like to thank ZachBB04 for suggesting this game of Leipzig versus Monaco. I'm sorry that I didn't give him enough time to submit me some questions to answer it for this episode, but that's alright. Make sure you do suggest them even if I have done this episode, because what I'll do is I will throw them in another episode somewhere else and compile a general list of questions. So guys, what I'll do is I'll move into the match facts here for you all to have a look at, just in case you want to. So yeah, submit your questions in, guys. We'll get the stuff done, and I'll throw them in somewhere. So I'll finish up with the same old sign off as always, which is thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. It is also okay to give the videos a thumbs down if you didn't enjoy them. Leave all your comments and feedbacks below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you tick the little notification bell to be notified of every time I upload a video. And I'll be back with the next episode of the 50 subscriber special kickoff challenge soon.